Welcome to another InWheelTime podcast.
Friday.
Oh, my God. Leave it to Don Armstrong.
I'm going back to work.
From Studio A, inside the much ballyhooed Texas Sugar Shack, this is the award-winning InWheelTime Car Talk Show.
Three-legged ballyhoos is what it is.
Just ahead, we visit with the hot rod queen of Granbury.
Right.
To get the skinny on the upcoming Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run. Also, I'll give you my thoughts, not that you want them, on driving the 2025 Toyota Crown.
Did you like it?
And Jeff has the Motor Minute on the InWheelTime Car
Crown.
Talk Show.
What?
Howdy, along with Mike out of this world Mars, we always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley, and yours truly, Don Armstrong. And I shouldn't even. Hi, my name is Mike Silman. I am so sorry that I even was born.
I don't think we should do any more Friday shows.
You know, there's something very strange about this.
It is about this, yeah.
It is, yeah.
Because we got to bug out of town this afternoon, and
why are we bugging out of town this afternoon?
We're going to a concert in Austin, but we're leaving everything in Mike's hands for the
well,
weekend.
Here, just to make everybody jealous, we're going to see
Rod Stewart.
We're going to go to a Rod Stewart concert. Who doesn't love Rod Stewart? Tammy Dooley loves Rod Stewart. Let's talk to Tammy Dooley.
I got Kathy tickets for Christmas, so this is the event. There you go.
This is it?
Yeah, this is it.
Hi, Tammy Dooley. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom's monarch and appointed queen of hot rodding in Granbury, Texas, Tammy Dooley, the director of the Granbury Convention and Visitors Bureau. How is that for an introduction?
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, are you muted? You're muted. We can't hear a word that you're saying.
You have to start the show over now.
Well, you know, like I said, this has been an absolute mess. Did you like your introduction?
Yeah.
There she is.
Did you like
I love the introduction. As a matter of fact, I don't know. I need to put you on staff. That's great.
Well, you're very welcome. What I'm thinking is that next time that you get some sort of award, which you get many of all the time, because I've seen them online, that I think that you need to have me come up there, and I will be your introductor. How's that?
I love that. I love that. I love that. It is so great to see you all. I cannot believe that it is already time to talk about Lone Star Street Rod Association.
What is it about the Street Rod Association that you love so much?
You know, we have a lot of great events here in Granbury, but this one is so showy for the community because you start seeing the cars arrive all over town and everybody gets excited and starts, you know, the buzz starts. What's going on? Who is that? What are they doing? And if they're not familiar with it, but most of our community is by now, it's hundreds of people for several days.
Hundreds of old people.
Town, you start that, hey, we love all people. And
Yeah.
so it is perfect.
Yeah.
We have a lot of youth events too, but this one is fabulous.
Now, do you put up the big banner across the highway there right in front of the park that says, "Welcome Lone Star Street Rod Association"?
We do. Every year we try to do something they do not expect. One year we always have a street fair that welcomes them, but one year a whole bunch of them were staying at our Hilton Hotel, which they do. And we had a big pontoon boat on the lake with a banner on both sides of it going back and forth that said, "We love Lone Star Street Rod Association," so that everyone could look out their hotel room windows and see that on Sunday. So every year it's something new.
Yeah, well, with fewer and fewer people because we're all dying off left and right, as you probably have noticed.
Easy.
Sorry, I had to just got to throw that in there.
Hopefully they have done, I understand, internally a lot of things to attract younger members into the show. And so their numbers are not going down at all. So we really love them. And this year is a big year. It's their 50th anniversary. And so we have all kind of things just being kicked around that is some of which they'll know about, some of which will be a surprise. We want to make sure they celebrate in a big way.
Tammy, when is that event? It's in June, isn't it?
it's in June. It's Father's Day weekend. And the dates this year are the 13th through the 15th. And I hope you will all be there on site. We always love having you there. I think our crowd now has adopted you all to come be here every year. So I hope you're going to be here.
Well, yeah, I guess they probably wouldn't tell her that, but yes, we've been invited. We don't know why they keep inviting us back, but we love coming up there, and we love our little road trip up to Granbury. Let me put it that way.
And this year, I think we're going to spend an extra day because I think the ladies want to be more involved in the city and all the events that Tammy's got going on for the women of the hot rodders, and I think there's a lot of other stuff going on beyond just the hot rod scene.
Well, and that's what basically we wanted to talk to you about because, I really didn't know that much about Granbury. Granbury is one of those places that I would think, forgive me if I'm wrong, and you'll correct me, I know that if I am, that it's more of a weekend vacation destination for Fort Worth and Dallas. Am I correct?
For Texas.
You are very correct. It is fascinating studying who really comes to visit Granbury. We have people from all over the country all of the time, but no matter how you slice it or dice it, the majority of our business comes from the Dallas-Fort Worth market because we are such a convenient getaway. Less than an hour from that huge market. It's so big, and it encompasses all those cities in the Metroplex. And so, yes, frequently the difference is that years ago, people would drive in and they would come to dinner or, stay the day and shop and then go home. And now there's so much to do, they come for the weekend. So they'll stay at least one night, if not 2 nights, and make it a long weekend. And then they can quickly get back to business in the Metroplex. So yes, tourism is our number one industry here.
Well, and there's several reasons. It's a charming little city. Is that the county seat downtown?
What do you mean the county seat?
The courthaus down at the square?
Is the courthouse down in the square?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Granbury is the county seat.
It's very interesting. The county is Hood County, and it is in the center of the city is the courthouse, and that little square on the inside is county property. But the sidewalks on the outside and all the businesses are city property.
Well, I mean, that makes sense. And
so
when you try to explain the way that Texas is, all of the little cities that we go to, whether it's the Hot Rod Tour of Texas or Lone Star Street Rod Association coming up there to Granbury, that's the main central focus, because you have to understand when these cities became cities, they would put the county seat there in the middle. It'd be town square, and all of the farmers, whether they're cattle ranchers making wheat or whatever it is that they've got, they all came to town because that was where you went. We didn't have Walmarts out in the suburbs and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of Texas towns similar to Granbury. But the one thing that Granbury does have that is in addition to that wonderful town square is the lake.
It sits right on the lake, and you are right about the town square. We're very fortunate that we have a town square. A lot of communities are Main Street towns where they have one large Main Street going through that's historic, which is great. But having a town square gives it a little bit of a European vibe. And then we were actually the first town square to be listed on the historic registry, the entire square. So it's been becoming a destination for years. And then coupled with the fact we're on a lake, right here within walking distance, you can see it from everywhere. It just adds to our charm.
Absolutely.
Now, you haven't lived there all your life. What did you think the first time that you rolled into little Granbury, Texas?
I've always loved Granbury. I moved to the area. I've had a house here since 1993, even though I was working somewhere else. And it was a small, quaint town, and they had a lot of leaders that worked. That was in like 93, 94, 95. Everyone has been working hard to really showcase the tourism effort. And now, fast forward all these years, it's unrecognizable what the leadership has accomplished here. We have everything we've ever wished for as far as success, and there's a lot of people that made that possible. A lot of city councils, a lot of mayors, a lot of county officials. So we're very fortunate. We now have a population of just over 11,000, but the communities that are right up next to us take us up to about 75,000. Lot of retirees, but we are attracting more young families. A lot of second homes, a lot of homes on the lake, a lot of country club communities. So it's really nice.
Yeah, don't we know that? Our visits up there have really opened our eyes to something other than San Antonio,
right?
Austin,
right? Hill country.
Yeah, hill country, because this is really on the northern edge of the hill country, if you want to call it that. And it's south of Fort Worth, so you don't have all of the traffic jams up there like you do. And it's a wonderful little place and a very welcoming town as well.
Now, a couple of years ago, you had to leave the show early because you were welcoming a new grandbaby. You got any more on the way?
Not yet, but I have, I have one getting ready to turn 2. I actually have a great grandbaby from my oldest grandchild. And so he turns 2 Sunday, actually. We're having the party Saturday, but the grandbaby you're referring to was born on the 11th of June in Angel Fire. So if you remember, I took off and after your show and ran to Angel Fire and had the baby, and so he'll be 2 this June 11th. So that's how I always know. It was same weekend around Lone Star Street Ride, so that's great.
I'm amazed.
I had a good memory.
Yeah.
Your turn, Mars.
Now, I was just thinking that, back to what Don was saying and Jeff, about the town and the way you're talking about it being out on the lake. Last year we got to walk around the square a little bit again, and it always amazes me the new stuff. There's lots of shops down there, but the theaters. They're now concert venues. Mm-hmm. And I can't remember exactly who was playing at one of it, but the billboards outside. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of people coming over from Dallas. So there's a big music scene there, as well as just the shopping and things that go around dinner, around the square. And then we stopped at the lake last year on the way out of town.
You did, and you got thrown out because you had on those Speedos, and they don't allow those up there.
Well, we're going to try something different this year.
Okay. We ate at the marina. We had lunch at the marina.
Yeah, it was really nice. A lot of people there, and it was right there on the water.
Mm-hmm.
Did I join you?
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, you were there.
This is what happens.
I think that
too many margaritas.
Biggest change is you were referring to years ago. The downtown was more boutiques that were souvenir shops and that kind of shopping, and now it is a combination. There's a huge vibe going on with music and restaurants and bars, and we restored the new Nut House Hotel and lots of lodging on the square and the upstairs, and we have all these luxurious hotel properties, and so there's always something to do. And then I think this weekend we have Fleetwood Mac at the new Granbury Live. So I mean, it's the place to be. Dang. It's the place to be.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you for just a moment about the Nut House Hotel. And that is the original name of that hotel, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. The founders, one of the founding fathers of Granbury, were 2 brothers, and their last name were Nutt. And believe it or not, they were blind. And they became very wealthy and owned a mercantile and all of these great locations in Granbury, a lot of historical buildings. So they built that hotel, and it has been, iconic in Granbury. And then we had someone buy it and going to restore it. It's got a wonderful history. A few years ago, and in the process of restoration, it was almost completed and it burned to the ground.
Oh, wow.
On the inside, except for the structure. And a wonderful family, the Thomas family, they bought it and really poured their heart and soul into it. And it really is just a passion project for them because they love Granbury so much. So it is first class. They restored it to a condition you cannot imagine. And I will tell you, when you're here, you have to go in the men's restroom.
Well, thank you for that. I've never been invited into a restroom before, but now I have.
Been thrown out of a couple of them.
I've been thrown out of a couple. Oh, Tammy,
Those weren't the men's, though. Those weren't the men's.
Oh, well,
Okay, so we're going to go into the men's room, and what should we expect to see there? I mean, is it going to be other men? Or?
Don't you know?
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah.
You go the entire downstairs is a very famous restaurant called Christina's. The chef is Gary Folger, first class cuisine. And I think, yes, last year when you were here, they were still located in their other location across the square. Now they have moved into the Nut House Hotel, and it's called Christina's. You'll want to make reservations in advance. It's sold out all the time. And the restroom on the downstairs level, on the upstairs are hotel rooms. On the downstairs level is the men's restroom. One of the rumors in Granbury for years is there was a secret passageway from the bottom of that building to a historic home here that is now a museum. And when they were doing the renovation, they unearthed something, and you have to walk on a glass floor to use the restroom.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You know, there I can go with. My mind is racing right now.
I want to know how she knows what's going on in the men's room.
Well, there's that, and no cameras allowed. By the way,
no.
There is that too.
So the funny thing is, when the restroom is not being occupied, they encourage everyone to go in, and you will constantly see a stream of women going in the restroom. So it's taking pictures.
Oh God! Do you have any idea who you're talking to? Did you lose track of that? You know that there's no good place for this to go. You know that,
especially with us.
But I always want to make sure you're in the know when you come to.
Well, thank you.
We're in the know. All right.
Now we are.
Now we know.
So I'm going to go home and tell my wife we're going to Granbury. We're going to make sure we go in the men's restroom this year.
Right.
I am putting a glass floor in my bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm going to do that.
So, Tammy, we want reservations for 8 to Christina's that Saturday night that we're there. Can we get it?
I will take care of it.
All I want is reservations, and then we would love that because we're always looking for something new and different, and we can talk about it on the show and all that sort of stuff.
Oh gosh, I will make sure 8:00 on Saturday night.
Okay.
And
Party of 8.
To set up
Friday night.
Yep.
Friday
night.
Friday night or Saturday?
Because
Friday or Saturday.
if we're going to talk on the show.
Well, not on that show.
Oh,
I mean, for future
okay.
shows. But
Yeah.
but you guys said that you were going to stay Saturday night now. Now, you want to go Friday night or you want to go Saturday night?
Well, by the time we got to get up there and get set up, you're right. Saturday night. Things happen on
Thank
Friday.
you. See, this is what I have to go through with Mars all the time, and that's why we keep him locked up in the men's restroom. Tammy, we love you. Thank you. We're going to look forward to talking to you on Father's Day weekend at the Lone Star Street Rod Association, where we will be live and in living color in Granbury, Texas.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
It's always good to talk to her.
Awesome lady.
Yes, most definitely.
I swear, I'm gonna when I get home, I'm gonna tell my wife
You
to.
know what, Mars? I don't know as if I would even open my trap about anything anymore. At least today, I think I just do it. Christina's.
Yep.
Got it.
Okay. And the men's restroom. Don't forget
Just
it.
have everybody tune in, and they'll know the routine.
They'll know something's up. Hey, just ahead, a review of the 2025 Toyota Crown and Jeff's Motor Minute after a quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla, he's pretty good. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Hey, this is an invitation for you to come along with us on the upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas, April 24th through the 27th, beginning in Victoria. We have links to their site on InWheelTime.com and the InWheelTime Facebook page. Be sure and follow us there. All right, time now for the Motor Minute. Jeff has that.
You bet. This involves Cadillac Andretti F1 team. If you were to put money on an American driver who would race for the Andretti F1 team, 21-year-old Colton Herta would be the logical choice. I like this kid. Herta, the son of IndyCar team owner Brian Herta, is the series' youngest race winner, clearly viewed as favorable by the Andretti family. Mario has compared Herta to the young version of Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel, which are extremely good F1 drivers. So that's the guy I'm putting my money on. That's the one they're putting all their money on to be one of the drivers. They're going to pick another one, but he's the youngest to be in Formula One. He's doing some testing and all that stuff. Now, St. Petersburg Indy race was last weekend. I think he finished 8th or 9th. He had some struggles with a couple of incidents and maybe some pit road stuff. But he's the guy I'm looking forward to seeing run in Formula One, and God bless him. He's got my support.
Very good. Time now for this hour's car review. I had a chance to drive the 2025 Toyota Crown. Mm-hmm. Now, what is a Crown? Well, it's not necessarily new. This is about the third year of the Crown. I'd never seen one before. I looked forward to getting it, and I finally got it, and I was impressed.
Good.
Aichi, Japan is its final assembly location. Trim levels include the XLE, the Limited, the Nightshade, and the Platinum. I had the Platinum. This is what is considered a mid or full-size sedan. It's kind of a gray area, but this is one good-looking vehicle. That almost looks like your car.
Almost.
It sits up higher. I'll get into that in a minute. The stance gives a little hint of a crossover SUV. It's very different. If you were to look at it, you'd go, well, is it an SUV? No. It's called a sedan, but you have to be the decider in that. Squinty headlights, a big part of the upper grille, oversized lower grille, typical for Toyota. A black accent panel highlights the side body sculpting. It's a very nice touch that I'm normally not into that sort of thing, but it really adds to the look of this. High zoot roof line with a narrow C-pillar. Odd cut line around the trunk and rear bumper. Kind of distracts from the premium look, but overall it seems to work. What I liked about it, the overall shape of it gets high marks, in my opinion. What could use improvement? Well, charging $425 for premium paint on top of a $350 upcharge for the two-tone paint is just a little bit too much for me.
That would be.
Yeah. Interior highlights, 12.3-inch infotainment screen with an easy operating system. Vertical phone charger is brilliant in the center console because it doesn't take up lots of room. You pop your phone right there at the head of the center console, and it right straight down it goes. Just the top inch of it is showing through it, so they let you know that your phone is in there and it's charging. Comfortable, high-quality seating with big, always open sunroof. I know. This is Texas, friends. Gets to be 100 degrees here for quite some time during the big 3-4 months of the year. Adequate rear seat leg room. Good-sized trunk room for road trip luggage. What I liked, great interior design on this sedan. What could use improvement? Combine the instrument cluster with the infotainment screen would be my suggestion to Toyota. Engine, it's a hybrid max 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with electric. Horsepower, 340. Pound-feet of torque, 400, all through a 6-speed automatic transmission. This is a full-time all-wheel drive vehicle. 29 miles per gallon in the city, 32 on the highway for combined to 30. I got 29.1 miles per gallon over 315 per 6 miles. What I liked about it, the mileage and the power. What can use improvement? Big question mark. I wrote myself over here going, I don't know what could use improvement. It's a great power package on there. Ride and handling? Well, I like the $1 million ride quality. What could use improvement in the ride and handling? Nothing. It's perfect. Don't touch it. It goes down the road wonderfully. Price. Base trim price, $54,990. Price is tested, $58,169. Base model price, $41,440. So, what compares to it? It's kind of got a niche of its own. Honda Accord starts at $28,295. The Toyota Camry, its cousin, $28,900. And the Genesis G70 starts at $42,500. So it would be really its closest price-wise. But I really did like this car. I mean, I'm not a big sedan guy, never have been. But if you're looking at sedans, man, this is the one to get. I'm telling you, go and look at it and ride in it. Take yourself a test drive, go down the freeway, go down rough roads, whatever the case may be. Man, they have got that ride quality in this thing down to a T.
Very good.
It's impressive.
Yeah. I'm not too...
Mars, have you had this car yet?
No.
Look at that. You have to put a headset on. Imagine that.
Well, I was trying not to make too much noise by putting my headset
Well, you've
back
already
on.
done that.
Okay. No, I did not. I did not even know this car existed until you said you had one.
Yeah. Well, I knew that it existed, but I didn't know that it existed in the press fleet. So,
Hold on a second.
anyway, that is my review. The 2025 Toyota Crown. Go see it. Go buy one. I think that you'll be impressed.
Cool.
Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@InWheelTime.com. Back after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. It's time for the 47th annual Corvette Chevy Expo in Galveston, Saturday and Sunday, March 15th and 16th at the Galveston Island Convention Center. This premier indoor event features iconic Chevrolets, from classic Camaros to America's sports car Corvette. See over 135 displays, automotive vendors, and unique finds at the expansive swap meet. You'll also see the all-handmade Galveston Craft Show, featuring over 100 local artisans. Be part of the Chevy celebration, March 15th and 16th. For tickets, visit CorvetteChevyExpo.com. That's it for this podcast episode of the InWheelTime Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.